Hello, welcome. I'm your host, elizibar. We're going to talk about wrestling. It's a great sport, a lot of fun. Sometimes you get some really interesting storylines. Sometimes you get just some great physical stuff happening in the ring. Lots of cool stuff. This, you can see right up there, is Jay Lethal. And Jay Lethal, you couldn't have missed it. If you watched AEW's Full Gear, there was no way, absolutely no way, that you missed this because it was like sandwiched in between two big matches. Jay Lethal signed with AEW. That's a weird choice. And the reason it's a weird choice is what is he going to contend for? They don't have that many titles. And this year, I think they've hired like 20 something people. A lot of them were kind of big names. What is there for them to do? CM Punk has got his like victory lap tour thing that he's doing and just wrestling for funsies and money. Other people have other things like that they're doing. And is that what Jay Lethal's going to come here for? I mean, he's got this match with Sammy Guevara coming up for the TNT belt, but what is he going to do after that? If he loses, he's obviously not going to feud with Sammy over the belt. That seems really weird. Is he going to go for, the main belt, the heavyweight, the world title? I don't know. That seems like a weird choice. You know how many people they've just imported that they have to give title shots to him, and they got to give one to Bryan Danielson, maybe him. There's a lot of people. Christian Cage probably gets another shot at it. In fact, that's a whole other thing. We'll talk about that later. There's some Christian Cage stuff that doesn't make a whole lot of sense going on. But yeah, Jay Lethal in AEW. Now, does this mean he's leaving Ring of Honor? I haven't heard that, but maybe he's got that storyline going on now where Vincent is like messing with his relationship with the rest of his stable, the Foundation. I find all of that. I find the Foundation stuff completely, totally boring. It really is. It's just like we're gonna bring back pure wrestling or whatever, and it's like I want to hit. I like once you guy hit somebody with a chair. Like that's kind of what I'm in for. I mean, pure wrestling is kind of cool and all, but the rules are silly. Like, oh, you only get 3 rope breaks, and the pure matches just don't really spark it for me. But that's what he's in for. That's what he's doing. And I don't know if it's going over well, if it's good, bad, whatever. He's got that storyline going on with all that where Vincent is messing with him. That was actually a pretty entertaining match on the last Ring of Honor TV. If you haven't watched it, you should probably go watch it. I think you can watch those for free on Fight TV. Definitely worth like skipping through the entire rest of the program just for that. Although the Caprice Coleman match at the beginning was kind of fun just because it was seeing Caprice wrestle, which is something I've never personally seen. So yeah, Jay Lethal in AEW. Now I do know he's got those allegations against him from a former co-worker. I think it was his valet like 5 years ago or something like that. Don't know how that's going to shake out. Don't know how that's going to impact this stuff because it could. It probably should. Don't know if it's true. I'm not going to opine on that. It was some pretty not great stuff that was alleged. So not sure. Not sure. Yeah, I don't know what Jay Lethal's gonna do in AEW. Like that's what I keep coming back to in my mind as I'm thinking about this. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, but in general, I find Jay Lethal like he's a competent wrestler. He's okay on the mic, but he's not spectacular on the mic. Like in AEW, when you've got people who are really good on the mic, Chris Jericho, MJF. Like, how is he going to sit at the top of the card with that kind of competition for people's brains? I don't think he can. And if he's just leaving Ring of Honor to just be a mid-carder in AEW instead of a champion contender in Ring of Honor, that seems... I mean, he's probably getting paid more, but that still seems like glory-wise kind of a step down, you know? So yeah, that's my thoughts about Jay Lethal and AEW. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye-bye.